Hello guys, welcome to the game of Light Fellowship of Loux, published by Com2us. This video will be about my personal Natural 5 ratings in Arena and Team Arena. Yeah, the PvP content. So there are actually a total of 24 Net 5 as of current version 2.0.0. Yes, the version after the release of Season 2. Based on all these 24 Net 5, I have evaluated their skills and rank them from rank 1 to rank 24. And I have also split them into 4 tiers: Tier S, Tier A, Tier B, and Tier C. Well, all Net 5 are good, but you know, someone have to be number 1 and someone have to be number 24. Yeah. And someone have to be in Tier S and someone have to be in Tier C. Well, this is my personal opinion. Yeah, my personal opinion, and some of you guys may not agree and some of you guys may agree. So this 24 Net 5 is including the combination heroes, yeah, the fusion heroes, the ancient goddess, and the heroes from the guild war, yeah, the 3 heroes from the guild war, from the union scroll piece. So I have taken the non-transcended stats into evaluation. Alright, so I have 4 tiers. I have grouped all the 24 Net 5 into 4 tiers: Tier S, Tier A, Tier B, and Tier C. Well, what does each tier mean? Well, Tier S will mean one word: impressive. These heroes are impressive, they fit into any team, and they are very hard to be countered. Tier A means that this group of heroes, they have specialized and unique skill and very useful in the arena. However, they can be countered. Yes, they can be countered. Tier B heroes, this group will mean that they are good. Their skills are good, however their skills may require other teams to bring out their full potential. However, overall they are still lacking of something, and they have some skills that are actually easily replaceable by another hero. Finally, the last tier is Tier C. Well, for Tier C, I group these heroes into Tier C because they are not really suitable in the arena or team arena. Well, if they are suitable, it's because the RNG is siding with them. Yeah, they have a lot of shortcomings in their skills in arena, and their skills are actually dependent on RNG. Yes, heavily RNG dependent. So, who will be the number 24? Tier C rank number 24 goes to Sally. Looking at her active skill, yes, her active skill, she does not have a very impressive active and is not for the arena. Her leader skill is not an arena leader skill. Her active is just an average active. So it's not easy to build her because she is an archer type, a range type, and her passive does not help to build her easily. Her auto skill is too random, so as a conclusion, Sally is not a hero meant for the arena. So that's why I place her as the lowest rank, Tier C. Tier C rank 23 goes to his sister. Her active is not meant for the arena. Her leader skill is also not meant for the arena. Her passive is okay, yeah, it's quite good. I would say her passive is quite good, and this makes her to be easily built compared to other heroes. Her auto skill is aiming at the mage. Yes, it's aiming at the mage. So overall her auto skill is quite good, but she is just lacking some controlling skill and some solid damage skill, so she is not that good in the arena. The third last, rank 22, Archon. Archon may look to be impressive, yes, may look, due to his first auto. Yes, his first auto is a very good disruptor to Zama, but because of the change in the warrior rune, which give 50% for a 2 set, 50% in ability effect immunity for a 2 set, and the awakening skill number 2 of the inability effect resistance by 20%, which can go up to 35% when you fully power up the awakening skill. This will add up to 85% in ability effect immunity. This means that Zama is not easily interruptible. You only have 15% chance to stun a Zama. So if his first auto fail, then Archon loses his role, because his active is below average. The regeneration skill is too little, and it's not instant healing. The second auto is too redundant. His passive is just average, and he doesn't have a good leader skill. So that's why I place him to be in tier C rank 22. Rank 21, tier C, Emily. Her active, random enemy, but she freezes the targets and decreases attack speed, so her average is quite good. Sorry, her active is quite good. Yeah, her active is quite good. Her leader skill increases the energy by 10% of her backline in the arena. Yeah, it's quite good as well. Her leader skill. Her passive skill is in the average level. Yes, it's in the average. 20% increase of her HP makes her to be easily built, and yeah, 30% chance to push your enemy could be annoying to your enemy, but it's RNG. Yes, everything is RNG. Both of her auto skill have a very high multiplier damage. Aiming at a single target and at a mage. So she is a mage killer. So overall, she is actually okay. Yeah, she is actually okay overall, but she lacks the area skill. Yeah, she lacks the area skill. Tier C rank 20 goes to Phoenix. Phoenix active skill. So he will heal his ally. Well, heal his allies and give some 35% skill damage reflection. Sorry, not skill damage reflection. It's a damage reflection. 35% damage reflection and heals his allies, but only 3 of his allies. Well, the only good part of his active skill is actually the healing part. Yes, it's based on his own HP. Useful in team arena, I would say. Decrease the attack and recoveries amount. This skill is actually very good for a tanker because he starts his first auto very fast. Yes, after one normal attack. Well, the second auto is actually depend on your enemy. You have to pray that your enemy is bringing a lot of mage in the team arena. His passive is actually good. Yeah, his passive is actually good. His second passive is good. Immunity against harmful effect. And the first passive is very good if the RNG love you very much. Yeah, if the RNG love you very much, then his passive is very good. Leader skill is not so relevant in the arena. Well, even though I place Phoenix in tier C and such a low rank, but I still use him in arena. Sorry, I still use him in team arena. In the main arena, you will have no chance. Phoenix will have no chance in the main arena, but in the team arena, yes. If you are not facing their main team in the team arena. TLC rank 19 goes to Lin. Overall, I would say Lin is a very impressive damage dealer. She has a very powerful active skill damaging, a single target and destroy armor debuff first auto, an area bombing attack with some damage as well, some pure damage, vampiric effect that could heal her HP, and critical damage buff. So this makes Lin much easier to build, but overall she is lacking of controlling skill. Her first auto only hits one target and is aiming at the front line, the tanker. But in the team arena, sometimes you can see that she will anti your opponent's Grief, your opponent's Archon, and Archon or the Grief will actually use the first auto against their own team. So this is something quite funny actually, but it's very good. But however, her first auto doesn't work against Zema. Well, her first auto works against Zema. Her first auto will anti Zema, but Zema will still buff his own team. Her leader skill is quite okay, but 12% chance is just too low. The top ranking of Tier C goes to Lizzie, rank 18 of the overall ranking and Tier C, the top rank of Tier C. So her active skill 290% is average damage multiplier. For an active skill, slow down effect 75% chance, so active, an average active skill. Both of her auto skill is actually aiming the one at the front. The one at the front is quite tanky, and her damage and her skill multiplier is actually very low. Her passive burn with 15% chance and increase her attack speed, so she is basically depends on her continuous damage effect, her burn or the bleed damage effect, but she is not aiming the one that she is supposed to kill. She is aiming the front lines. She is aiming the front lines, so this makes her to be a rare choice in the arena. A rare choice in the arena. Her leader skill is to increase the evasion rate, but this means that your team members in the backlines need to be built to be evasion to bring out the full potential of her leader skill. So she is having a small controlling skill only, because she only pushed the enemy at the front, that's all. If she push all enemies in the front and the back, then she is good. Tier B, rank 17, Nia, Goddess of Pain Nia. Nia is one of the earliest gods, or one of the earliest net 5. Her active skill is very dangerous, it's very good, but too bad, her active skill animation is too slow, and the activation sequence is the last, so it's too slow to actually to be useful. Her auto having very high damage multiplier, 310% for a magic attacker, and will decrease the physical and magical defense, and don't underestimate these two auto skill. Because sometimes you might decrease their physical defense at the right time for your other team members to deal the damage. Her passive I will consider to be not good. Yes, her passive is not good. Her leader skill is not good as well. Yeah, her skills that I say will be good is active and the auto skill debuff. And overall her skills damage are quite high, but she is still lacking. She needs to be improved. Tier B, rank 16, Karen. Active skill, standard damaging skill. The stunning is like 30%, so don't hope so much. Yes, don't hope so much. First auto, pulls the enemies at the back, decrease of physical defense. Second auto, CC effect, controlling effect. Very good passive. Yeah, good leader skill as well. But why do I place her in tier B and rank 16? Overall, her skills are very good. A lot of debuff, a lot of effect. But being a tanker, somehow she is special because she only starts her first auto after 2 rounds, and somehow her normal attack animation, skill animation is too slow. So whenever she wants to use her first auto, it's like, yeah, your opponent team's Zammer buff is already on for a long time. So even though she has a very good debuff, but we can't put it into good use. Yeah, just can't. Her active sequence is good. In the team arena, she is good. But she is like, how you want to build her? You want to build her to be damaged? But she is like a tanker type, so she doesn't receive a huge boost of damage compared to attacker type. Rank 15, Tier B, Charade. Very good active skill. Silence for 5 seconds, but same condition with Nia. Her active skill activation sequence and the active skill activation animation is too slow. Yeah, really slow. Somehow that is like he needs to charge his sight for like around 1 second or 2 seconds, then only he can launch his active skill. Yeah, it's weird somehow. First auto, 260% to all enemies. It's like, yeah, to all enemies, and he's an attacker melee type. So this first auto is actually having a high damage multiplier. Second auto, well, single target attack. Somehow this skill is like lacking of something. This skill really needs improvement. Doing nothing, just recover his own HP by the inflicted damage. Increase his evasion rate. Decrease the attack power. So overall, well, let's look at the leader skill first. Okay, attack power increased by 6% for each ally in front line. So he has a good active but slow. Her leader skill is average. Her passive is like very hard to say. I would say average passive, and he is very hard to build. And the skill that I would say good, the first auto. Yeah, the auto skill that I would say good is the first auto. Because the first auto skill actually will contribute to help your party to kill off your enemy. And the first auto also offer the recovery block. Rank 14, Tier B, Patricia, one of the new hero. Her active, high damage, but increase the skill cooldown time and doing nothing else. Average active skill. The first auto is very good. Decrease the acquired energy. And yeah, quite good amount of damage. Her second auto, aiming at the highest magic power and silence the target, and acquires 30 energy. So she has good auto skills. Both auto skills are actually good. Contributes to the party. Her passive skill is good as well. This makes her easier to be built. Her leader skill is not really good. Overall, she is good. Yeah, she is good as a damager and debuffer and support to your party, even though she is a mage. Rank 13. Tier B. Active skill is just average. Dealing damage and installing bomb. One bomb only. Yes, only one. The first auto is good. Second auto is a good damaging skill as well. And he has a very good passive skill. Yeah, a very good passive skill, even though it's RNG. His passive skills are good. Leader skill is average. I would say average. 20% chance to remove a harmful effect whenever they receive a harmful effect. 20% chance is just too low to remove a harmful effect. So why do I place Tiat above Patricia? Because Tiat and Patricia, they are almost the same in their first auto, but Patricia is better because of all enemies, and this guy is only to 3 enemies. The only reason is because of her passive skill. Yes, he has a chance to freeze the enemy, including the Zammer. Yes. And with a series of his area damage, even though not to everyone, yeah, he has a chance to like freeze a lot of your enemies. Rank 12, Tier B, Morox. Active skill very good, interruption, and give slowdown effect at 100% chance, and his active skill activation begins with this skill first. So it's like instant interruption, and the animation goes very fast as well. Unlike certain heroes that likes to do some animation, yeah, to show off some animation. First auto, interruption to Zammer, and unlike Karen, he does his rail tanker job. Yes, to execute his first auto after 1 round of normal attack. Second auto, only physical damage absorption, and some buff to the party. So overall, his passive is good as well. Yeah, additional 7% of Morox max HP as damage, that's pretty high. Could kill the front lines. His leader skill is average, or not good. I would say not good. Yeah, so Morox. Lastly, the top rank of Tier B, Serena. Rank 11, Serena. Serena is actually almost same like Glenn. Yeah, she is almost same like Glenn. But she is like a mini version of Glenn, I would say. A mini version. Active skill, instant interruption, cluster and stun, 100% chance. The auto is quite okay, I would say it's quite okay, the auto. It's quite average. Auto skill is quite average. Because, yeah, dealing enemies to all enemies at here, 270% and nothing else. And this one is enemy with lowest physical defense, usually at the back, and will throw them in the air. But At a time, usually your enemy is protected by Zema's buff. The passive is average, and the leader skill is also pretty average. But yeah, her active skill is instant interruption, so this is her main selling point. Instant interruption and a series of interruption. Her active skill activation, if I'm not mistaken, starts with the active, the first auto, and the second auto. So it's very hard to use a skill between the timing when your opponent Serena is activating her skill, because it might get interrupted by Serena. Rank number 10, Tier A. Kaor as the last rank of Tier A, and number 10 of the overall ranking. 290% physical damage and throw the target to the air for the active skill. Is it good? Instant interruption is always good. Slowdown effect, 3 hits, 30% chance, but 3 hits, so very likely to get, and it's to all enemies. %260% with 3 hits and push at every hit, so it's like a lot of pushing. His first passive is not very good, but the second passive makes him to be easily built. So if you want to compare with other net 5, by reading his skills, it might look like he doesn't do anything great, but if you guys have actually faced him or used him in the arena, you guys will find that he is very annoying. His active skill activation sequence starts with the active, the first auto, and the second auto, which means that you have to wait until he finishes casting his skill, otherwise you will get interrupted easily. Interruption at the first cycle of his active sequence, and another interruption at the last cycle. His leader skill is not good. Yeah, not good at all, but the ability to build him easily and his controlling skills is what makes him to stay at a higher rank. Tier A rank 9, number 9 goes to Ramya. Her active skill, healing and harmful effect immunity. Immune against harmful effect but not the damage. First auto, this is what makes Ramya special. Ramya starts her first auto after one normal attack, which means that she is very fast. She could interrupt Zema's buff. 75% chance is very high. That's what making her stands out. That's what making her to be top 10 ranking. But you actually can counter her, yeah, by bringing a Vern. But if you want to bring a Vern, you have to bring another backup. A backup buffer, which is like Floria. Or bring a Cardus. Yeah, bring a Cardus to protect yourself. Just bring a Cardus and you don't have to bring both Vern and Floria. Her first passive is not very impressive, but her second passive is what makes her to be easily built as well. But overall, because of her true role to block Zema's buff, you have to build her to be very high attack speed and very high accuracy. So she's actually not easy to be built properly. Yeah, it's easy to build her, but not easy to build her properly. Her leader skill is average, I would say average. Tier A rank 8 will go to Zammer. I don't think I have to explain why Zammer is in Tier A, right? Well, everyone needs him and everyone use him, unless you have Atmos, yeah, the new ancient goddess. Active skill, quite huge amount of damage for a tanker as well. First auto, his main selling point, inability effect immunity after first normal attack is very fast. Just that his jumping animation may put him to danger. But if you guys equip him with warrior rune plus maximizing the awaken skill number 2, the strong will, then he only has a low chance to be interrupted. His second auto, blind. Purify. Very good passive skill. So overall, all of his skills are actually very good. His leader skill is not so good, and tanker, so it's very easy to build. Tier A rank 7 goes to Velroot. Active skill, interruption skill, huge damage skill because 50% of Velroot's physical defense as bonus damage. Pulls one enemy that is the furthest away. High damage as well, good interruption. Second auto burns the enemy, inflict burns effect with high damage multiplier as well. With average damage multiplier, sorry. So this is what makes Velroot powerful. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, his passive. He can stun the enemy with 30% chance, either with normal attack or with his skills. And stat boosting second passive. So actually his passive is what makes him to be very good. His leader skill is not so good. What makes him to be in tier A and such a high ranking of rank number 7 is from his passive. Yeah, even though it's RNG dependent by 30% and every of his attack and all his skills, some of his skills or two of his skills is based on his physical defense and physical attack. So overall he is a good damage dealer as well. It's just that his active skill is very slow. But yeah, he is not as slow as the other two god, Disharat or Denia. Well, of course, we are all welcoming the buff if they decided to buff the first 4 gods. Yeah, he can actually interrupt the whole party. Yeah, and occasionally stun your enemies. And sometimes he can even block Zammer's buff. Tier A rank 6 Divana. I guess I don't have to explain why Divana is getting rank 6 and is under tier A, right? Okay. Invincible shield. Blocks everything except Squirrel. Attack power buff. Yeah, I think she is the only one that can buff the attack power at first auto. This actually boosts up the entire party. Heal the allies by 30% of their HP. Alright, overall, she is a buffer, she is a supporter, invincible shield, a healer, Yeah, so that's how she made it into tier A. She is special and unique. Once her shield is up, other than using Floria or Decadus or someone that can remove the buff, basically you can't do anything else. Yeah, that's what is so dangerous about Divana. But the downside is her skill activation animation is too slow. She likes to dance around somehow. Tier A rank 5. Yeah, now it's top 5. Top 5. Rank 5 goes to Atmos. Tier A. Well, I know most of you guys will be surprised because she is an ancient goddess. She is supposed to be tier S, right? Or supposed to be top 2 or top 3. But in my opinion, she's not. Yeah, her skills, everything about her is good. But somehow she's a tanker. And she is actually RNG dependent as well. Active skill, remove all harmful effects and give harmful effect immunity shield. Increase the damage you inflict to the party. First auto creates a shield that absorbs damage. Second auto, instant stun, but since this is an auto skill, so it is subjected to evasion. But overall, this is what makes her special. Yes, this passive. So whenever she is being attacked, there is a 15% chance she will open her shield for 2 seconds, and she will remove one harmful effect. Well, if you are very lucky, then Atmos will keep opening her passive shield, yeah. But you just imagine that it's like every time there are like 5 enemies targeting Atmos. So 5 of the 15% check, so you guys can estimate or can guess how fast his shield can open. Yeah, she is RNG dependent but on the high side of the RNG. She supports the party very well. She has a very good leader skill. What she lacks is the threat to your enemy. Yeah, she doesn't pose threat to the enemy. Yeah, and you have to leave it to your other party members to leave a threat to the enemy. This means that, yeah, if you have Zema, Zema can still do the job similar to her. Rank 4, Tier A. And the top rank of Tier A, Justia. Well, everyone knows Justia is dangerous in all of her skill. Active skill, disturb the recovery, 200% magic damage to all enemies, and absorb 30% of damage as well. Very strong active skill. The first auto is what makes Justia to be dangerous. 280% to 3 enemies and put them under petrifying curse with 100% chance. Well, I guess you guys have faced Justia and you guys know what is this. Yeah, so whenever your enemy try to use a skill, active skill or the auto skill, they will get petrified. Even though if you are under Zema buff, yeah, you won't be petrified, but your skills are wasted. Yeah, they won't be able to execute their skill, even though they are under inability effect immunity, just that they are not getting petrified. Yeah, petrifying curse is actually more powerful than silence. Second auto, silence them with 66% chance, and this is inflicting damage to all enemies. All enemies is affected. It's just like wow, this girl. Okay, this girl. Okay, her skills is like wow. When you are reading her skill, it's just like wow. Her passive, increase damage by 6% for each harmful effect. Wow, bonus damage as well. And passive, critical damage passive. Wow, everything about her. She has CC, she has damage, She has CC, she has damage. It's like, wow, she has a lot of things. Her leader skill, 15% max HP with 30% chance. Yeah. Her passive, her leader skill is quite good as well. 15% of max HP is very high, you know. And what happens if it's under recovery amount buff? Yeah, that's why she is in tier A, rank 4. But why not in tier S? Because you can actually counter just there as well. Yeah. By looking at the screen properly, yeah. Tier S, top 3, tier S. Rank number 3, Cadus. Active skill, heal 300% and creates a shield that absorbs all damage. 350% magic power shield. So even though you are under recovery block, doesn't matter. You still can shield up. Even though if you are under beneficial effect block buff by Ramya, you still can heal yourself. So no worry. Okay, so this is what exactly countering Zama. Change 2 beneficial effects into bomb. And what happens if there is other buff? So just activate Cadus as your first hero to be activated. Then you will see that your enemy is having 4 bomb. Each bomb with average of 800 damage, so 4 bombs is like 3200 damage. Powerful, right? Yeah, the 1006 damage is the average bomb damage I've seen. Some Cadus which is built to be very godly runes can deal like 2001, 2000, 2002 bomb damage. Yeah. Remove 2 harmful effect and heals the allies by 240% magic power. Wow, remove harmful effect. And this auto skill goes second during his active skill activation sequence. Yeah, which is actually a good one. And he actually removed the harmful effect first, then only he recovers the HP. Yeah, this means that even though you inflict the recovery block or the beneficial effect buff block, he will remove them first. Then only he will apply the regeneration. Soul transfer, while additional healing. Resistance to harmful effect. So sometimes it's not easy to interrupt this guy. Yeah. If you equip him in Warrior Rune, then wow, it's even harder to interrupt him. And his leader skill is very good. So overall, he has very good active, he has very good auto, he has very good passive, he has very good leader, and easy to build. Yeah, not only very good and dangerous. So that's why I put him in tier S and rank as top 3. Next one, top 2. So I think you guys know who is the top 1, right? Okay, Glenn is ranked number 2. 270% physical damage to all enemies, 6% of his max HP as bonus damage and stun the target for 2 seconds. In my opinion, in this game he actually has one of the highest damage dealing active skill. And during his active skill activation sequence, he activates his active skill first, which means that he is stunning the enemy instantly. Yeah, so it's like a lot of players has actually give Glenn a nickname. Yeah, Glenn is always known as one click and the world will end. Yeah, this is actually true, but only true if your enemy is bringing squishy backlines and when your enemy's Zama buff is down. Yeah, it's already finished when the Zama buff duration is already off. Once you click and the world will end. Yes, this is true. Chop Chop. Very funny first auto names Chop Chop. Okay, slash the enemies at the front, and it's confirmed critical hit, and bleed for 5 seconds, and with his high physical attack, yeah, because of his passive later we'll see, it's like his bleed can goes around like 400 plus, and with Divana buff sometimes his bleed can goes very high, like 500. So this one 230% physical damage to all enemies, and he will become invincible to physical damage. So every time Glenn's HP goes lower, he will increase the attack power, and his attack power will increase by 1% of his max HP. Crazy, right? So if you build Glenn with like 10,000 HP, he will gain like another 100 attack. And when his HP goes lower, he will gain more attack. So this is what makes his skill to be very powerful. And he is having a very good leader skill. And he is very easy to build. You can choose, you want to build him attack? Yeah, can. You want to build him HP? No problem, he still gain attack. So his instant stunning interruption, instant stun, instant huge damage is what makes him powerful. Yeah, his first auto is also very powerful, and oftentimes you can always see Zama is being killed because of Glenn. Yeah, his Chop Chop is confirmed critical and will bleed because it's like, I'm not sure how many hits, I think it's around 4 to 5 hits if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can imagine 4 to 5 hits with 30% chance. Sometimes you can inflict like 3 stacks. 3 stacks is like around 1002 per second for 5 seconds. Yeah. Bleed effect or burn effect or any continuous damage effect from an attacker or from a mage is actually very painful because their base attack or their base magic power is very high. Finally, the last one, the champion, the top rank, number 1, the rank number 1, tier S, Prospera. I'm not sure you guys will be surprised or not. Well, I'm actually debating between myself. Either Prospera or Glenn will be the top rank. Yeah, but finally I gave it to Prospera. I chose Prospera. Now let's see why. 340% physical damage to all enemies, confirm critical hit, increase Q cooldown by 2 turns. Okay. Seeing the damage multiplier and seeing the effect confirm critical, you guys already know that this damage is so high. Unlucky. This is what making her so strong and so powerful. 330% physical damage is already high. Additional damage by 5% of enemies max HP. And anti-stam. When I bring Prospera, especially in a team arena, well, I will always see that my opponent team member is attacking each other. Yeah, it's like, especially when your opponent have Justia and somehow this auto skill hit Justia, and I can see Justia is actually cursing his own allies. Yeah, it's very happy to see that. And it's to 3 enemies. You can imagine 3 enemies turn back against themselves, attacking each other. And this is dealing high damage as well, 330%. Buffing skill, critical power up, which means that 2-in-1 buff. Critical rate by 30% and crit damage by 30% and increase the attack speed. Wow. And another news to share with you guys is during her active skill activation sequence, she start with the first auto first. Yeah, anti-stam first, and then buff the whole team, including herself. And with the huge amount of buff, he launched his active skill, which means that his active skill is already receiving extra 30% critical damage boost. Crazy, right? Okay, prepared fortune. So not only she is dealing a good controlling skill and a good amount of damage, but she is actually protecting herself. Yeah, whenever there is any attack that could deal 20% of her max HP, especially when Glenn smash, she will become invincible for 5 seconds immediately. Okay, her permanent vampiric effect 20%. One of the best leader skill in the game. So good active, good auto, good support to the party, very easy to build. Yeah, because of her active is a confirmed critical hit and her buff 30% buff as well. She can protect herself and you don't have to build her to be so high HP because of her passive. Yeah, so between Glenn and Prospera, why do I pick Prospera is because Prospera offers support to her party as well. She offers control, she offers support, and she offers damage, and she offers protection to herself, and she offers a good leader skill. Yeah. And the reason why I choose Prospera over Glenn is because of the first auto. The first auto of Prospera actually wins. Yeah. And because of her support to the party. Glenn does not support his party, but Prospera did. So that's why Prospera, under my tier list, under my ranking, she is the first. So yeah, overall, this is actually my personal rating. Yeah, my personal rating, and yeah, everyone will have their own rating, but this is my personal rating. So yeah, some of you guys may agree and some of you guys does not agree. Yeah, it's alright. You guys can feel free to comment. Feel free to comment if my opinions are wrong. Yeah, well, we can always share and discuss it up. Alright, so I guess thank you guys. Thank you for watching my tier list, and I will put up a summary at the end of the video. Thank you, and see ya.